Hello and welcome to Composite Software's Data Virtualization Day 2012 from New York City. I'm Claudia Imhoff. I'm an independent analyst and consultant and the founder of the Boulder BI Brain Trust. And with me today is Rick Vanderlans. Rick is also an independent analyst and consultant. All right, so suppose I'm new to data virtualization and I want to get started. I've got a traditional ETL environment, data warehouse, and so forth.
Right.
What do I need to be thinking about in order to bring data virtualization into this environment?
All right. Well, the good news is that we can do it in an evolutionary way. It's not revolutionary. So it doesn't mean throw everything away that you built. Now, what we can do is very sort of step by step introduce data virtualization. The first step is normally just installing the technology, making all the source data, the data in data warehouse available to the data warehouse, and then sort of very slowly sort of migrate all the reports that are now accessing databases directly, they sort of migrate them towards the data virtualization layer, and then sort of the fun starts. Then you start to sort of make things more virtual, less physical, which will give you the agility. So it's a very straightforward process to adopt data virtualization, but it does not mean throw away everything you have and start all over again.
So what are some of the considerations that I should be thinking of?
When you design these architectures?
Well, when I get started with data virtualization, do I examine what I'm doing already with transformation, for example, or data cleansing, data quality processing, and see where virtualization will fit in there?
Mm-hmm. Well, all the transformation you're doing right now and all the cleansing you do right now, all that logic we still need, right? Because the data, if you're now using certain cleansing rules, it means that there's something wrong with the original data. So we have to do something with it before it can end up in a report. That stays. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all those specifications. It's just that we're going to implement them slightly differently. They become like virtual rules instead of rules that apply to physical databases.
So you don't bury them in the ETL processing, you actually make them available to the data virtualization.
Right. Yeah, what we're seeing is that they become very explicit, a lot easier to manage and maintain. It's almost like you're going to end up with one big repository that contains all the, let's say, definitions of table structures, cleansing rules, transformation rules, sort of all together. Mm-hmm. And I think especially data governance people love that whole notion of centralizing all the metadata specifications.
All the business rules behind the integration and cleansing and
yes.
whatnot. All right. So it sounds like getting started, they need to be thinking about those things. Anything else?
I think what they also have to realize is that the approach or the steps that you follow in this project is a little different. Nowadays, if we want to build a new data mart, we have to spend a lot of time on very technical issues, such as where do we build the data mart, how are we going to tune it, who's going to manage it, all that kind of stuff. And what we're seeing in this world is that we can just create the virtual tables, which is just 1 or 2 days work after we've analyzed them, right? And then we can make the data available to the end users, and we can do all the tuning and optimization. We can do that afterwards if it is required, so we can deliver much more quickly. And companies who adopt this have to understand that if you bring a new technology, automatically your techniques also change a little. It's not that you can just apply new technology and everything remains the same.
Smooth sailing after that.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing that I really like about that whole data virtualization, virtual data mart idea is we all have struggled with the changes that data marts have to endure. Every time you put a data mart up, somebody's going to ask for something else, right? And what I find interesting with data virtualization is it is so much easier to handle those kinds of changes, isn't it? Because we tear it down, we rebuild it. We're not tearing down a physical mart.
Right.
We're tearing down the view, if you will, and rebuilding that.
Yeah, it's as if the only thing you have to change is the specification, which has nothing to do with technology. It's purely changing your business-related specifications. Well, if you would have a physical data mart, it could mean, okay, unload the data, change the specifications, reload all the data. Then that could lead to bad performance. Then we have to tune it again and optimize again. And that's not there anymore. Yeah. We could still build a physical data mart if we want to, but it's not needed anymore.
Not necessary.
No, everything is more agile. There's less stuff.
Less everything.
Yeah, and that's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's been terrific talking to you.
Thank you.
Again, I'm at the Composite Software Data Virtualization Day 2012, and I'm with my good friend Rick Vanderlans. Thanks, Rick, for talking to me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.
I'm Claudia Imhoff. Goodbye and good business.